And we're back in Milwaukee with our special On the Record 2016 Town Hall with GOP presidential candidate Donald Trump. Donald Trump is hoping for another big day this coming Tuesday. Of course, that's the day that the voters, the great state of Wisconsin, will hit the polls. Donald, I want to ask you about North Korea and nuclear weapons. And I heard you the other day say that you would not give, when we asked about South Korea and Japan having the possibility of nuclear weapons as a deterrence to North Korea, I wonder if that might not spark a large nuclear arms race, number one. And number two, do you worry that the odds of terrorist groups then getting access to nuclear arms is greatly enhanced unless we prevent South Korea and Japan from getting nuclear weapons?
Well, I worry about that anyway. And the best thing you can do is knock the hell out of ISIS really fast and really furious and get rid of it, because this is a threat. Can you imagine our great generals like General George Patton and General MacArthur not being able to handle ISIS? I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. So we're going to knock out ISIS. We're going to make our military bigger, better, stronger than ever before. It's the cheapest thing we can do, and nobody's going to mess with us. But let me tell you, Greta, they take little segments. I gave an answer to a show, and they were talking about NATO. And I gave a great answer. It turned out to be a great answer. For 2 days I took, and then all of a sudden all of the great analysts said, Trump is right about that. I said it's obsolete, and I said it's too expensive for the United States.
So nuclear weapons in Japan and South Korea
or
not?
But this whole thing. I said it's obsolete. And all of a sudden the experts said, we never thought of it that way, because it's not really focused on terrorism, which is a big problem that we have now. We have to go to Japan and to Germany and to South Korea and to Saudi Arabia, where they have money like nobody's ever seen money before. We defend all these countries. We're not properly reimbursed for the kind of money that we're spending. We're spending so much money. We're defending the world. We're like the policeman to the world. We're defending Japan, as an example. And I said it very strongly.
And they pay $2 billion for it a year.
Yeah, but that's peanuts compared to what we're doing. It's wonderful. They're paying $2 billion, but what difference does that make? It's peanuts compared to what they're doing. So I said, I used Japan as an example. They're sending us cars by the millions. They're making a fortune off us. I mean, like everybody else. Who doesn't? Everybody makes a fortune, because we have the worst trade deals ever negotiated ever in the world, okay? So we go to Japan. We go to the others also, but we go to Japan and say, listen, you got to pay more. We want to defend you. I don't really want them to have nukes. I don't want them to defend themselves. But look, at some point, we can't continue to do this. We can't continue. We have $19 trillion in debt because of the horrible omnibus budget that was just approved. It's going to be $21 trillion very soon. We go to Japan, we go to these countries, and we make better deals. But you have to be prepared to walk. It's possible they'll have to defend themselves, but we cannot spend billions and billions and billions of dollars on defending all of these countries that have plenty of money to defend themselves. They view us as people that are not very smart. No, but they never put that in. They always say, Trump wants Japan to, go nuclear. I don't. I really don't. But listen, when you have North Korea and you have Japan, and they're very close to each other, and frankly, we're sort of semi-involved. We don't want to be involved. At some point, it could happen anyway. But I want them to pay. And this is true for all countries. Saudi Arabia was making $1 billion a day. $1 billion a day. Now they make a little bit less because the oil prices are down. Don't worry about them. They have more money than, you've never seen money like this. If something goes wrong, we're defending Saudi Arabia. I want to be reimbursed. I'm going to Saudi Arabia. I want to be reimbursed. Nobody in the media ever says that. They never say that.